Okay guys, this is wild. I was requested over Patreon to react to Dragon Quest XI soundtrack, but just before reacting, I discovered that apparently this is one of the worst soundtracks in modern gaming history. What the hell, man? It's quite a shock because in my mind, Dragon Quest was like a pretty great franchise. Sure, it might not be as great as other mainstream video game franchises, but I mean the designs were made by Akira Toriyama himself. Correct me if I'm wrong. After seeing this amount of hate, now this reaction has an additional purpose. We will react here to this soundtrack, and in the end we will have an answer to that question. Is Dragon Quest XI the worst soundtrack ever? Let's get into this. Okay, let's begin this with the opening cinematic. Let's see. It actually looks dope. I mean, anything with that Akira Toriyama kind of a style is just killer. Okay, a little bit of brass here. Beautiful trill on flute, subtle symphonic percussion. And not too shabby. Well, actually, I think I like this character design more than the Dragon Ball Z. Ooh, hell yeah, much more. Dang, it does sound a little bit hum. What word do I want to use to not get the fans enraged? You guys have to understand that this word is not an insult, it's just something used to describe another thing. It sounds a little bit generic, actually. Plus, subscription, right? But actually read some pretty harsh reviews about it. But it's on my list. Okay, that sounded really generic, really was a depiction of a classic, a very classic game, or even fairy tale, I would say, protagonist or main character. It seems that in this journey we don't have much of a huge contrast in our decisions or the decisions of the character, you know? He won't be having many moral dilemmas, maybe, because his moral compass is really straight, is really, yeah, really straightforward. He doesn't have a gray morality or anything like that. It's just white for this guy. Really simple melodies, rhythm, and actually it was a little bit underwhelming, I don't know, because the opening of anything, of an anime, of a movie, of a video game, has to be something that actually makes you want to play. And obviously, as I said, the sword play and everything, the design of the characters was so dope and achieved that, but the music was a little bit behind of that, so it was one of the weaker points of that opening. Now we have people. It sounds very similar to, I don't know if many RPGs of one in specific I'm forgetting right now. But it's actually interesting. That was dope. we have plucked the strings. I think we have an harp here, and it's really fun because it sounds like a little creature, even children, fast walking across the place and being, playful and joyful. It's really filled with these good vibes. And in that little stop there was like the creatures almost fell. They stumbled a little bit, but managed to keep going. Okay. Ah, the classic chromatic ascendant to the keynote, to the what? What am I thinking even? Damn, in Spanish we call it the tonica, But yeah, I'm referring to the very first degree of the scale. Also the intertwining, man, between the other plucked strings. That is doing a beautiful counterpoint. This is what I'm talking about. You can have something allegedly generic, but it can still be so dope. It can still have much effort and many techniques, many musical and compositional techniques. So that's what is happening here. The counterpoint with arpeggios in the, let's call it the harp or plucked strings that were doing the accompaniment was so spot on. Bro, that sounded so freaking similar to Dragon Ball Z music. One where the characters fight or something. Yeah, I think so. Oh, building up some tension, okay. Wow, even this is very interesting, man. Because it sounds like we are obviously in a dangerous situation, but it's a little bit comic, a little bit funny even. Also, I love the dynamics of the string section. Really interesting. Oh, the brass going all in. Let's go. Bro. This cannot be used in a fighting scene or anything. I mean, it's so freaking damn good for using with a cinematic, with cartoonish situations or cartoonish villains, that are a little bit clumsy. But let's move on. Let's move on with the village hidden in a mountain. Reference to Naruto, guys. Definitely. That bass is so funny. Here it comes. Dum bum. Oh, it changed. It's doing the fifth and root note. That's the word I wanted to say before root note. The fifth to the root note of the chord. Interesting. Oh, yes, sir. I love those kinds of flute. I mean, they are so reminiscent of little birds in the morning singing. It's really chilling, man. Maybe this is not the most appropriate soundtrack for a reaction, since people want action all the time, but it's really peaceful. It's really soothing. And the brass, which I have said in several videos that is reminiscent of, or not reminiscent, but represents the heroism generally. The call and reply. It never fails. Oh, but it's getting a little bit more developed. Okay. This is actually very beautiful. They are depicting a very beautiful landscape right now. Actually, something like this, I wasn't even detailing the art here. But I feel, yeah, here in a very beautiful and natural landscape. Sunny, a little bit of breeze. Also, in this section, the bass changed, became a little bit more active. It's really minimalistic, with big rhythmic figures, like fourth notes, especially in the, let's call it, rhythm section. The most they use is eighth notes. Right. Yes, sir. Beautiful chord right there. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. I don't know, call me crazy, but I like it. It's this kind of really basic musical motifs that are the ones that help children or help us from a very early age to fall in love and interact and play music. You know, play like the word of engaging into a game or something fun. Play music. And obviously from there everything can become or turn into a more complex game, but this is prime musical fun. Not too bad, come on. Unflinchable courage? The supporting flutes are so interesting. Diggy, 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 diggy. That is so useful for raising the tension. You see, these melodies, these brass melodies are really telling us, here I am, I'm the knight, the hero, the whatever, here to save you. To save a princess in a castle, really. I want to use the word generic, let's call it classic. Classic. Really classic. Also that hi-hat playing, interesting. Well, we have a sort of drum kit, not your usual rock band drum kit, nor pop, but yeah. Ta-da, ta-da-da. You see the development of the motifs, that is so dope. Because the same motif is actually replying to itself. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know. It depends really much on the target audience. Because I was gonna say that in this soundtrack, I haven't felt, even of the really tense and dangerous theme, the sensation of imminent danger, of a really big catastrophe, as one of the songs were called, that is going to put in danger your life or your loved ones' lives. So with these 10 songs, I'm feeling, yeah, there is some sort of danger, but I don't know, it's just a kind of evil guy. He may punch me, he may, beat me a little bit, but that's all. But that's why I'm telling you, maybe, I don't know, the target audience for this game or franchise can be children. It's valid, totally valid. It can be, I don't know, 5 to 10 years old guys, and thus the reason for not including or generating or composing more dangerous, evil themes. Sounds a little bit like a polka, right? Interesting in descending chromatisms. It's crazy, man, because the main rhythmic accompaniment here, the main rhythmic cell, is one of the first things I ever learned on piano. Oh, I'm gonna talk about that a little bit later. It's crazy. I'm guessing this depicts a little bit of insanity? Oh. This is the rhythmic pattern. A little bit syncopated, right, with that. I learned it. My tempo got a little bit messy right there at the end, sorry. But I learned it in piano as bass chord. The bass landing in the very first part of the beat, and the chord landing in that syncopation. Pa, 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 right? And the bass pam, 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 pa, pam, pa, pam, pa, pam, pa, pam, pa. So I don't know, it's intriguing. I learned it for songs like the Can. Is that the name in English? I don't know. But the bass is not always the same note. They are alternating between the root and the fifth note. Interesting. That was so dope. It's like one family of one instrument family was in charge of a couple of bars, maybe 4 bars each one. Okay, no. Almost. Digi. I love this. Constant note repetition, fast subdivisions to generate a little bit of anxiety. It's crazy. Many times I say that the brass brings the heroism vibe, but here is not necessarily heroic, right? The hero goes forth with a determination. Okay? Now this sounds heroic. In charge of the brass. And the supporting flutes in the background. Bro, you can say this is generic, but I mean, it's a really colorful soundtrack. Because all the different instruments and how they use them at the same time, even many times, but with different volumes. And more of the motivic development. That's wow. That's key. Okay. Well, I gotta give it to this one. This one sounds like I don't know. It has a little bit more of character. Of determination, yeah, actually. But it has a more, a stronger personality. We can call it like that. That rhythmic cell is classic in action scenes. Even in heavy metal, in disco. And main motif again, not too shabby. I like that. That replying melody that is doing the brass, the lower brass instruments. It's really dope, precisely because it's a response, but in a really low register. Pam 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 or something like that, yeah? Oh no. My bad, but there is a huge amount of really similar rhythmic cells. Even motifs, yeah, that are rhythmic and melodic cells. More call and reply, okay, I like that. Interesting. I mean, that part is not necessarily my favorite, but each song has different sections, obviously, but each section is a different feeling, vibe, atmosphere, and you gotta pay respect to that. Bustling town. Oof. Bro, this is beautiful. It's interesting because the melody is in charge of the lowest register instrument. Ah, did I get that? You see, it's the best recipe. It's a very colorful dish. Another picture. I mean, landscape. It's really descriptive. Oof. It's beautiful. I feel this like it's describing the world here in Dragon Quest XI. Maybe only the part of the game that is related to this art here, but well, I don't know that. Oh. It's so freaking relaxing, man. I don't know. This town, bro, is a really familiar and friendly town. You can be here without a worry in the world. It's amazing. It's amazing. Oh, yes, sir. This is the kind of fairy tale-like world you would want to be. Even has that emotional tint in it. Marching through the fields. 8? Marching through the fields 8. Wow. I guess the previous ones are from previous games. Wow, the motivic development in that main melody and the contrast with this lower dynamics part. I don't know if this is the track for a zone, just exploring a zone, or battles inside certain zone, but that's my bet. It's so freaking happy, man. Even here, that you can tell it has a little bit of little tension, even though it's so freaking happy. Even here, this is the most uncertain part. Symphonic Jipangu 3. Symphonic Jipangu 3, okay? Ooh, 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 ooh. What? Okay. This is the most surprising one so far. Bro, I'm sorry, but this can really transport you elsewhere, man. I'm imagining myself in a dark cave with tints of teal and beautiful colors like that. It's dark, but it has a dim light. of a weak color between green and blue. Even though it's kind of dark, it's a really spiritual place, actually. Dang! Bro, and this is the less generic one. I mean, yeah, it can have some cliches here and there, but I feel more personality here. Ole silbando? Oh, nice reply. Okay. The current reply is getting more and more ridiculous in a good way. In a good way. It's just, it's really organic. It's really natural. Oh, that's a dope development. Based on that thrill. That means alternating between two notes rapidly. Doogie, 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 right? So, doogie, 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 dure, bara, bara, dure, 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 and more melodic variations of that same motif. That's... Oh! That's so freaking good, man. And we also have, like, some congas? Oh wait, the name is Ole Silbando, maybe this is their way of depicting a tropical place? Or person, boss, fighter? Oh. See, it's so great. That's dope. On the second and fourth beats of the bar. Oh, now it's happening in every beat. Well, I can tell you this OST, is it bad? It isn't bad at all. The soul of Chivalry. Oh, holy fuck. That was a pretty big entrance. A pretty great introduction to the greatest chivalry ever. It sounds like something filled with honor. Yeah, I bet this is used to introduce some kind of royal guard or something. Like a special forces private military group of some king or something. I like that change of pace. It's interesting. It felt faster before, but now we are only accenting the second and fourth beat. And we get back to the march. That's interesting. That's a pretty nice way of playing with the mood. Basic and effective. That melody is so freaking similar to one of the previous song. That's interesting. There's also coherence in all of the soundtrack. Oh, it's even emotional. Wow, this part is, yeah, they are our heroes even though they have lost their families, their lives. In the process, they will always have our respect. Our freaking respect. It's interesting, long notes, while other parts or other instruments of the brass section kept a melody going, a counter melody. Woo. That's crazy because some sections share a feeling, an atmosphere, but they deliver it with different melodies or harmonies. But it's the same concept. That's kind of creative. Well, I have not learned it. I'm sorry, I'm not freaking perfect, okay? Shutting 3. What? 8. That rhythmic cell is the foundation of this, and we have heard it before. Interesting. And that nimble agile melody, okay. It's really light, really easygoing. Wow, the call and reply in a very different instrument. That is so dope. Very different timbre. Very different even tessitura. Like not marimba but xylophone. And it's replied by a trumpet. That's so dope. That's a great contrast. What's the name again? Shutting. And the polka-like accompaniment again. Pat. Always the emotional component. Is this song actually used to shut in scenes? What the hell, man? So freaking dope. It's the exaggeration of call and reply, of motivic development. That's what makes this OST great. That's its signature. Wow. Yeah, it's its signature feature for sure. For sure. Okay. But, and it suddenly fades out. Okay. Okay. What? Battle for Glory 4. That was absolutely insane. It reminded me a little bit of the main Pokemon battle themes. Right, but just that little first introduction, that first bar, it was similar, kind of a descendant pattern. Just that the Pokemon one is chromatic, I think. This is not chromatic. It's chaotic. They use the introduction motif to keep implying that chaotic, dangerous vibe. Oh, the crescendo is fucking serious. Ooh. Wow. That's so interesting how the lower register brass instrument supports certain hits. Dang. Oh, that was nasty. Well, this is the most powerful theme so far. Oh, too good. I didn't realize it was an unison with the xylophone and strings and violins. It's so uneven. It's so odd. Wow. I love this. And I hope they fight, because this is clearly a boss theme, a fight theme. Oh, wait, it's accelerating. No, maybe not. But wow. The boss fight theme must be chaotic, must be playing a little bit with what you are used to so far in the game before this encounter. Oh, yes sir. Another one? Oh, come on. But I like that, actually. Do not overuse a resource. I'm perceiving some 7/8 time signature bars. Wow. Not all the time, of course, but from time to time. Oh, hell yeah! What a theme. And I'm not sure, but there were not an unison, but in that last notes, let me see. Those notes. Oh no, I thought it was the same note played many times, but no, it was a descendant run, like 5 notes in a row. Tiki. Try it. Although I sang 6 notes there, but you get my point. With sadness in heart. We're recording, right? Because this shit is... Lovely dynamics, yes sir. That sounded really similar to Final Fantasy's arpeggio, the very first one in the very first game, and well, it's a recurring motif, but yeah. Or even it sounds like the Champions League hymn. Wow. Yeah, I would say it actually sounded like the Champions League thing. That retardando was beautiful, bro. I love the articulations, indications, dynamics of this particular track. And it's so lovely because again it sounds quite different, at least from the first bunch of songs we heard. Especially the introduction, that was so emotional. This was it, right? With sadness, yeah man, you can feel it. You can feel the sadness screaming out in your soul. It's so beautifully sad because it manages to be beautiful, to depict something beautiful that you can actually care for, something you cherish. You see, you listen to this, it's like nostalgic. It's about remembering happier times. And that's what's so dope about this track. It's about sadness, but even in sadness, there is happiness, because you have to know happiness to be sad. And this is what this song is telling us. Wow. That this sadness happens because we don't have, or we are not living these happy times. Not anymore. Paradise. Okay, a little bit of jazz, of swing. I mean, and actually the format doesn't necessarily have to change much. They're just muting the string sections, although not anymore. Oof. Oh, it's so beautiful. Paradise, and they use jazz to portray a paradise. Wow. This must be a very expensive paradise then. Although jazz was born for the poor people, actually. The very early manifestations of jazz was like this. Even call and reply in a jazz form. Wow. That's so dope. We usually have in jazz backgrounds that are huge melodies, or let's call it what, a group of melodies by all the horn section. And it's crazy because here we have call and reply between the brass and even the strings. That's wow, surprising. And very interesting because you have to write an entire arrangement for the horn section, and now for the string section. And it's one of those two big arrangements. Well, it's actually huge. Although it's like everything, you know, people that is used to do these kind of arrangements is quicker and better at doing them. I love that. Each chord is even more peaceful than the previous one. It's even more soothing than the previous one. Castle trumpeter. Now a harpsichord, okay. Now we are going back to the baroque period. The baroque era, ladies and gentlemen. Give me a thrill at some point. There you go, you see? It was obvious. I mean, it has all the stylistic elements of the baroque. You had to finish the phrase, to end the phrase with a trill. You see? Castle trumpeter. Night. There is one for the day, okay? Okay? Also that you can listen that this type of songs have or are built almost entirely on a single rhythmic subdivision. You know, that's the constant thing. In this pulse, it can be 8 notes. Right? And another stylistic feature of this baroque music is that they use subtle accelerations in the subdivision. Right? So everything is here. Even the harmony. You see, the call and reply intensifies And we have clearly contrasting sections. Oh. Okay, okay. Then I don't know what to think, man. You cannot call this a bad OST. I don't know. I don't know. Sanctuary? It sounds royal. It sounds huge. It sounds of great transcendence. Something really transcendent. This thing, man, is the real deal. It's something worth your respect, obviously. This place, the sanctuary, right? Yeah. You are not here to fool around, to joke around. Actually, even getting inside here, getting to this place is an honor. I love this kind of melodies. In a synesthetic way, I'm seeing some blue and green, light blue and light green. Kind of aquamarine. Not anymore, but in that last melody. Maybe am I crazy? I talk craziness, man. Oh. Okay, not too shabby. The hero goes forth, okay? Cool snare drum. This is more similar to the first bunch of songs. Yeah, sounds generic, a little bit outdated. And happier than I would like. Although those unisons are dope. Da 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 da, and it fits exactly where the part of the percussion that does the same. That's interesting. Da, 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 da. It sounds like we are maybe not falling, but going back a little bit, like we are climbing something, man, a mountain. And tarin, tarin, pa, 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 da, 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 da. You fail a little bit, but again, grab yourself to that freaking wall and start climbing once again. Pa, 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 pa. Da, 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 da. Exactly. Okay. I don't know, man. Generic? And maybe it's what this game needs. Maybe, I don't know. Great fight, another fight. Very high violin notes. The heroism in the brass. Oh. We're in the depths of an abyss right now. The cartoonish feeling is still there in some parts. Oh, and the pizzicato. The staccato on those notes. But we're feeling more and more real danger on these latest tracks, especially in the danger called songs. There's still maybe not. Oh, that was scary. Then, bah! There's not an imminent threat of death, but it's getting kind of serious, even dramatic. Until this happens, it becomes a little bit too cartoonesque. And those suspended arpeggios by the harp? Well, I wasn't expecting that. These kind of rules, right? Adventure! Oh, now this makes me feel things. It began really sentimental. Like what you're about to do, to begin. It's not easy and it will bring you many hardships. Many hard moments and lots of hardship. But now they are describing a little bit how you should be to accomplish this. Brave, you know, courageous. And once again, emotions are inevitable. Many times you just want to go home and surrender. This is crazy. And the honor kind of theme is again here. I want to know about that. Is this character, this hero, as heroic and goody to choose as I imagine him? He has future Trunks hair, so must be dope. Dang. I don't know, it's so nostalgic, man. It makes you homesick. Even makes you miss people, your family, not only, but a loved one. Some people that, well, it could have been, or they could have been a loved one, but things really didn't work out. Bringer of Doom, Holly. You better surprise me, man. Oh, the Dissonance! Oh! Lovely, this is what I'm talking about. Oh! Wow, this is one of the best ones. You see, they are unique, they are more complex. The songs about violence, battles, complex feelings, although happiness is complex, but you know what I mean. The dissonance, well, it's meant to generate tension, build up tension, and it's working. Wow, this song works out really well. Yes, sir. That was lovely because in the melody there was happening something very similar to that, maintaining a subdivision and then increasing it. And they applied the same concept in the drums. It was like a call and reply, yeah, between a melodic and a percussive instrument. It sounds, I don't know, man, this violin sounds like wicked souls trying to rip it yours. It's really creative as well. This may be one of my favorites. Oh, that was peak. Even the flutes are hellish. Oh, that's dope. I thought they were just isolated intervals, but these dissonances are actually melodies. It's a melody. You can think of it harmonized, since harmonize is to play two or more notes at the same time, right? But it's harmonized in a dissonant way with dissonant intervals. In this case, minor seconds mostly, but some other dissonant intervals are tritone, major sevenths, but I would think that mostly, if not all, the dissonant intervals here are minor second intervals. So we have an entire melodic line, right? An entire melody, but harmonized or doubled with dissonant intervals. That's... stake my life on it. Okay. Although, you know, the dark themes also sound really similar. Bam, bam. Obviously, I know the identity of the soundtrack. Oh, it's nasty. Dissonance again. I'm actually a fan of this kind of intervals. It sounds wicked, right? Like something is out of place. Tagi. Oh. It's lovely, it's lovely. They use the dissonant intervals at certain points of the melody. Here they didn't. That was twice, right there. In those 4 bars. I don't know. The dissonant themes rescued this track, the dissonant and the sad, emotional songs, completely saved this freaking OST. I'm telling you. Fighting spirit, okay. Okay. Oh, this one is interesting. That melody is a little bit obnoxious. Uh-huh. Fire Spirit, and it's a pretty serious song. It's crazy because even in generic and goody to shoes heroes stories, you need conviction. You need to have a very strong personality. Even if you are generous and kind and a good person and everything, you need like certain roughness. And this song describes it. That's what it is to have a fighting spirit, man. That melody right there. In the midst of everything being chaotic, of everything being fast and complicated, we have that kind of chilling melody. Top longer notes, and actually a very interesting selection of notes that makes this I don't know, it sounds mysterious a little bit, even though we are reducing the rhythmic activity. It still sounds quite dark, quite complex, quite dangerous. Grueling fight. Oh, it does sound like people messing a room because of fighting, or a place, a house. They do like this chromatic descents, but it's crazy because it descends and ascends actually. Oh, you know what? This may be, well, maybe it's a little bit obvious, but maybe not. This may be the last songs of the game. I mean, the songs of the latter part of the game, of the final stages of the game. And let me tell you that the game becomes quite interesting right now because of this music. Oh, bro, it's quite easy to predict because of the call and reply, the motivic development, the canons. But that's not an insult. That's the best kind of music in terms of getting in the people's memory. The uncertainty here. Oh, yes, sir. You know, it's not always about brood chaos, you know? See? Once again. One last time. Okay, no. There wasn't a last time there. It was more of a variation of a feel. But again, Julian, why did you know that? It was gonna be 4 time stops because that's how music is organized, man. That's what a musical form is. Songs are usually organized in pair numbers, especially 8 and 16 things. And if you study this shit long enough, it becomes a little bit intuitive. You know, you can tell, oh, those were like 8 bars or something, without actually counting. Sometimes it's accurate, sometimes it's not, but you get better at it with practice. That trombone, was that trombone? Was that a trombone or a tuba? It sounded quite evil. Quite evil. Here we don't have the cartoonesque feeling. Listen to this fucking danger, man. You are about to be fucked up. One mistake, man. One mistake, I swear. And you can fall down a cliff. I also love the protagonism on the low register instruments. Here in the last songs, yeah, but we also had them, or had it, I'm sorry, in the first batch of songs I reacted to. And it's usually these kind of instruments are only in the accompaniment role, but I love how they use them here because they actually do melodies, really low melodies, but I mean, they have a stellar role here. And that's, again, creative and a sign that the composer of this is certainly not bad at all. Last one of today, guys, we have Heroes Challenge. And I have a question, actually. Maybe this game's soundtrack is not as bad as people said. Maybe this game is the thing that is actually bad. I don't know. I'm just asking. Maybe that's actually the reason of so many people shitting, hating on this soundtrack. That was 5 over 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Okay. Oh. Oh, that is so cool! Tarakita, tarakutita. And with that timbre, you can feel there is greatness here. This must be the final boss thing, man. Ba-dum, ba-da, da-da-da, ba-da. Lots of things going on at once. And we are at low activity. See? I'm getting a little bit overwhelmed and I like it. Oh. This song has it all. This sounds like this could be some variation of Hercules soundtrack, man. I mean, you can feel the pursuit of greatness in this song. Definitely, man. I would say that this song, or not this song, this game elaborates on the premise of a promised hero. Like some kind of chosen one that will save us all. And actually, look at the art here, man. Here we have a baby, a little baby blessed by the light. I mean, the light of a giant and probably sacred trees falling upon him. That has to be it. It's lovely how the higher end notes gives this so much of how do you call that? A foundation, a strong foundation, you know, makes it really stable. Even impossible to move. This is the most insane section. I'm very uneven. And at the beginning of each one of those phrases, right? We have hits from the percussion and the low instruments. Pa, pa, pa. It's just really compact. And I like that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that was all for today. I, for sure, had a blast. And obviously, if you want a verdict, these games OST can be a little bit generic, especially towards the beginning. But that doesn't mean it's actually bad. I don't know how it plays in context inside a game, but especially towards the end, we can see crazy musical resources. And in all the game in general, a huge musical coherency. Thank you so much for watching and hanging around. Have a blast of a day, please. Peace.